and I'm here with an amazing guest in Nerdy People of Color Tour. Tell people who you are.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sheldo. I'm a rapper, manga author, occasionally ninja. I make anime and gaming inspired music, and I like in English and Japanese.
Oh man, that's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
So you just talked about doing martial arts and stuff. So how do you mix martial arts into your music, especially on the stage? When I first saw you, it was at Anime NYC. It was at the halftime show of the Cosplay Masquerade. I was like, what is going on here? But I love it. I like it, you know? So how did that experience of mixing that Shaolin Kung Fu, and you said you went to China and did that.
Yeah.
How did that influence your music?
I think it's just an integral part of me. You know? I think that martial arts, kung fu, that way of life is just my way of life, and I try and represent myself through my music, so it's natural that that would bleed into my music in some way, shape or form. I think dynamically it works really well on stage because it looks good. It's a little bit more difficult to translate across through lyricism, but then you've got the Wu-Tang Clan who've managed to do it excellently. And
Cool for the children.
yeah, and I think that for me, in the early stages, when I mentioned that I lived in China and training kung fu, people were like, "Oh, you're trying to be like the Wu-Tang Clan." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm actually trying to be like a ninja." It's a casual, it's an incidental relationship there. But you know, I don't want to be like any other artist. I don't want to copy any other artist. So the kung fu thing, I think, has been played down a little bit more as my career has progressed and the anime side of things has come up because. You know, that's really something that I'm extremely passionate about. It also happens to be something that's very underrepresented at the moment. So it's an area that I can really establish myself and being the Wu-Tang version where somebody else is doing it. It's like, "Hey, you're trying to be like Sheldon." It's like, damn right, yeah.
So you mentioned the manga author. So what motivated you to start your own company? Did the DIY Gang Entertainment and publish your own manga book?
Well, I mean, DIY Gang, as I'm sure you can guess, is do it yourself. And I, from the beginning, never was interested in being signed to a record label because I'm not the sort of person who does well being told what to do. I also don't like to feel like I'm being controlled or owned in any sort of way. So the only real way for me to do things was to be independent. When I first started, I didn't think that was possible. I wasn't really sure how you go about creating a career without a label, without management, without representation, that kind of thing. Like, very luckily, very early on, discovered Tech Nine, and he was a huge inspiration for me to the full circle moment where I got to feature on one of his songs for his album. So, you know, I just do stuff that I love and find a way to make money from it. The manga was very much because I'm so into anime and manga. I have a story to tell in terms of the journey and how I've gotten to where I'm at the moment, and I thought manga would be the best way to do that because it's natural to me. So yeah.
So give us a synopsis, like I guess an intro to the manga.
So it's called The Way of Shell. It's set in a world where musicians have special powers and abilities that grow as their fan base increases. So different artists have different mic control abilities or MC abilities that can manifest through using a microphone. So they channel their power through the mic and they're able to manifest certain abilities like clones or weapons or shoot lyrics out the microphone like a kind of like a gun type thing. So it's very much it's a character driven story. You know, there's a lot of fighting in it, but more than anything I want to illustrate the amount of work and effort and sacrifices you have to make and put in and the things you lose in order to live your dream, and give a very realistic account of what a creative independent life is like, so that people who are thinking about embarking on that journey can look at it and be like, okay, well, I'm not so alone because I can see that this is what you're going to go through and this is how hard it's going to be, but these are the rewards you can get out eventually.
Yes, definitely. So with that, you know, going into gaming and the influence in your music with gaming, did you ever imagine that Kratos would be breakdancing to your songs?
No, but I love it and I love it. I love that it's canon now. You know, that's crazy. I still can't believe that. It was really weird because I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know when it was going to happen. So one day I opened up my Twitter and I had like mentions. I was like, oh my god, what did I say? Who's cancelling me today? And I looked through, and it was literally that Sony Santa Monica had mentioned me in this tweet and given me the big up for the track, and that was really cool of them. And it all came from me just writing a love letter to God of War. And the joke was that I hadn't even played the game. I'd watched a Let's Play of it because time is a premium for me, and I very rarely get to sit down and play games. The only game I can play is Smash Bros because I can pick that up and just play it.
Definitely.
And I'm also flipping good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm playing it.
Yeah,
on a reel, because I made a special guest appearance at the Plus Ultra entertainment gaming event.
Yeah.
And they are awesome. They're great people. They put on fantastic nerdy events. And I said to them, if you're bringing me and we're doing a Smash Bros tournament, bear in mind I'm going to whoop everyone. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, sure. And then I came and I whooped everyone. So there you go. But no, in terms of God of War, I watched a Let's Play of it because I would have loved to play it. I didn't have time, so I just sat down, watched a Let's Play. I was like, this game is fantastic. I need to add something.
Amazing, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. Now, I think it's now everyone. Like that's how I first saw the video and I saw the song. I was like, this song is nice. This song is hot. And then when you mentioned it at Anime NYC, I was like, what? It was like
that's the thing. That's the interesting thing about doing stuff like that. It's like that song has, I think, almost 9 million views.
Wow.
And I guarantee that most of the people listening have no clue what I look like. So it's really weird because people will just hear me perform it and they'll be like, oh, that's you! Or they'll hear me start talking and go like, I know your voice from Fortnite. I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy.
Yes. So I read online that you did a collab with Sean Shamel, the voice of Goku.
Yeah, so unfortunately, what we worked on still hasn't come out, and I'm not sure if it will. But I worked on some intro for a cartoon that he was working on with another comic creator called Gallic Gunn.
Yeah.
So I got to speak with him on the phone, get his ideas, translate that into music, etc., etc. And it was just really cool because he's very much the voice of my childhood. His voice, along with Chris Sabat, known for Vegeta, their voices inspired me to go out and live an anime life and be an anime protagonist. So to work with him was huge.
Yeah, I'm sure you hear his voice segment before you getting ready for things. Like it's just in your head, like the motivation.
But he's also just a really nice guy, and that's nice because they often say don't meet heroes, and it's nice when you meet somebody that you really look up to, and they're just cool.
Nice. So, as an artist, you wear many hats. Rapper, manga author. Yeah, see, ninja, I guess. Father as well. How do you balance these aspects of?
I have no clue. I just do my best.
I'm in the same boat.
Sleep less and do more. I mean, look, I've been doing this for 15 to 20 years, so it's become naturally ingrained within my DNA to just do this. And I think, a lot of the time, newer artists ask me, how do you multitask and do so many things at once? And I think the answer is literally, it's the same as juggling. If you want to learn to juggle, you start with one ball, two balls, up to 3, 4, and then you're juggling a chainsaw and a unicorn. So it just starts with doing one thing very well, then you start doing 2 things very well, and then you just add and add. And at this point, I'm doing like multiple things very well, I hope.
Nice. So it's a man of many things,
I try.
You try to, whether it's master or just do it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I love what I do, and I want to entertain and share my creativity with the world and inspire as many people as possible. Yeah, so I'm aware that I have a responsibility as an artist and as somebody who has a growing fan base. I take it very, very seriously, and I want to do my best for people out there. So, and this is my job fundamentally. So, if I were working a 9 to 5, I'd be putting in the hours and doing it. I'd probably be clocking off at 5. In this way, it's a from when I wake up to when I close my eyes type job.
So where can people follow you, and do you have any upcoming projects, events taking place?
Yeah, so you can find me on any social media at Shaodow Music, SHAODOW Music. Don't spell Shadow. I'm not going to tell you how to spell music, by the way. My website is diygang.co.uk, so DI-Yankee-gang.co.uk. Literally, I'm on any social media, YouTube, etc. Shaodow Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, whatever you use, Shaodow, you will find me. And in terms of projects coming up, I've got the 2nd volume of the Wei Xiao manga due to launch. I've got a short UK tour with Mega Man in August. I've got more music to come. Literally, I've got stuff written. I just can't record it because I'm in the US. So once I get back, I've got new singles to release, and yes, more stuff. You know, more performances, more music, more manga, just more entertainment, and just eating.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Shallow. Really appreciate it. You guys aren't following him, get on it right now. Check out Nerdy People of Color Tour. See if it's coming around your neighborhood.
And make sure, if you're a nerdy person, go to the gym so you can get swole and you can look like your favorite anime character. There you go.
There you go.
And then you can JoJo pose.
Thank you so much.
But the greatest bounty, let me chat some shit, made a place get bounty. Your brother's lousy, cause I'm a feeling. The sound of your voice is a headache. I come through the noise in the debate. The Bible beat in the plan of the decade. You want the phone, you'll get a grenade. I'm bringing tab on the sidelines, trying to tweet and brag. I'm answering the talk when you sleep and lag. When I come for the prize, but look under my eyes, it's an easy bag. What you know about work, I can work and decapitate fast with the anime fast. If I have to take charge, I would fry you. Make the crowd shout nice kill, kinda like Haikyuu. I'm not next to me, yeah, I know. Guys can't stop me. Watch me rolling on a black Yoshi. Fuck me. Down in school, but they got me. In the pit, forget musty. These guys think being polite is your credit. It's called fucking manners. You absolute